Hot 97, chill in the crib, weekend at Jenny's is the lovely, super talented, beautiful. You might know her from Orange is the New Black, Miss Jackie Cruz.
Hey, honey.
Here, that's I gotta clap it up.
For myself
clap
too.
it for yourself. Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations on all your success. And
it feels good.
Yeah. And you're a New York native. We were just talking about that.
Yeah, born in Queens, Elmhurst Hospital.
So how does it feel coming back home? And well, let's start there.
Yeah.
Leaving New York to pursue a dream.
I've been 2 months away from New York City. I left New York January of 2019, so I just moved to LA.
Okay.
But I'm doing the bi-coastal thing, so New York is still my home.
So when you come here, do you visit family? Like, what's your favorite things to do?
Yeah, I mean, my brother lives in Queens, in Kew Gardens, so we have our little watering hole bar that we go to, and karaoke Tuesdays. So yeah, I love to be back with my family and just do that.
And the transition, like we were saying, because I visit LA every now and then. The vibe is so different.
Yeah, no, I live downtown.
So
LA.
it's lit. You know what,
honey?
Girl,
I'm still a New Yorker. Downtown LA.
Yes. I actually went to a weed shop over there.
Oh, they know me there.
I went to MedMen.
Oh, MedMen. No, not that one. It's too expensive.
It was crazy. I walked in. It was like legit an Apple store for weed.
It is. It really is. They're like, can we help you?
Yeah.
Like, they know everything. But I go to not that one.
Okay.
I forgot the name.
Don't co-sign them unless they're paying you.
No, but they're just amazing people. I just go in. They know my dogs. They know me, and they're sweetest. They're the sweetest.
So the vibe is cool, because downtown's really trendy. So it's similar to New York.
I got my New York dream apartment in LA. So
we got to change that. We got to change that.
I know.
Even though New York is like 10,000 times more expensive, but you know.
That's the thing. That's why.
But the vibe is chill, as I was saying. Like everyone just seems laid back and cool. And when you're in New York, you're always on the hustle and on the move, right?
That's the thing. It's like it looks like New York, downtown LA, but then people are just walking mad slow.
Yeah.
It's like that LA walk. It's just like, I'm like, excuse me.
It's that New York and you can't take it out. So speaking of hustle, final season of Orange is the New Black. Yeah. Oh my God.
No.
I saw them tweet out the photos. It
was like so crazy. Like I feel like I'm so happy that they had a camera behind the scenes too, because once they hit cut, it was still not cut. You know what I mean? People were still in the moment, and it was just a beautiful season. Like really, like everybody just came together and just happy that like we did this together. Like I felt like we made history in a way, through streaming, worldwide, through Netflix, like one of their biggest shows, like the first shows. So I'm really excited. I felt like I graduated college.
Did you?
Yeah. I'm ready for Hollywood.
Do you guys know, I mean, I'm sure you know, but with the numbers, but just culturally, what it did for women? Because up until that point, there was really no show out there depicting women, I mean, behind bars, but still that storyline. And it was just, and it was more than just women in prison and, doing their bid.
That's why you felt connected. You were seeing yourself, your tia, your mama, your grandma in on TV. And that's why, like, I feel like we need more shows like that, a show that represents our culture, our people.
Yes.
And instead of doing the whole, very, black and white in Hollywood, like we need to be more colorful. And even though our show, was a success, there's still not a lot of auditions for shows like that right now. But the door did open for me, so I'm blessed that now like I'm getting awesome auditions when before I never got that at all.
So you feel like Hollywood has changed the tide, at least beginning to open the doors a bit?
No, but
not even close.
It opened the door to audition. It's not that I'm booking because of my look. You know what I mean? Like, if they continue to send me out for Latin roles, which I'm telling them, don't pigeonhole me. I'm Dominican. We're European, African, and Native. Like, I'm all these things. You can't just make me one thing. Just like my music. You know what I mean? I don't know my genre. In my album, you're gonna hear, blues. You're going to hear, folk. You're going to hear a little salsa. You're going to hear a little something, everything I grew up listening to. And I feel like we need to represent that visually too,
So that's got to be real frustrating for you.
It is. That's why I started my production company, honey.
That's right. Working on any projects, or should we expect anything coming out soon?
My short just got picked up at a Gina Davis festival for Bentonville.
Love her.
Yeah, and it's almost like a full circle because Lori Petty, she stars in my short with me too. So it was really dope to have my short with Lori Petty in a Gina Davis festival. Like, it's crazy. And she's my friend now, both of them. Like,
really?
Yeah, they're very supportive. Like, Lori Petty gave me an Oscar performance in my short, and like, I'm just so blessed, you know what I mean? And
what's the name of the short? I don't think
The
you
Dying Kind.
The Dying
and
Kind.
And it's, it's a
about?
1900s piece. Like, I want to show the world that we were always there but never represented. So I play half native, half white. You know what I mean? Like, pretty much showing the world why I look like this, almost like a story of my ancestors. They used to take the white used to take native children and strip them of their culture and, make them Christian and westernize them against their will, and kill their families. And if they didn't listen, they would chop off their tongues. So it's kind of like that story. And it's history, So I was inspired by John Leguizamo, Latin History for Morons on Broadway, and he won a Tony for that. And I was just like, I need to tell this story. I'm not going to be afraid to play a different role because people might say I'm not enough, but I am enough.
That's right.
And that's what I want to show you. And I want to show the world stories that haven't been told. So I'm going to Puerto Rico to produce a short for a Puerto Rican director, Teixeira, which I believe in. And I'm going to use my platform not just for myself, but for people like me and the underrepresented woman.
Yes. And I love that you're doing that because a lot of people, they have these platforms, but they don't do that. They just stick to what they know because it's what they see. And for you to just even be available to open up that emotion. I'm sure it was very emotional doing this piece, right? Because you had to dig into your culture, your history. And
my little sister plays little me.
Aww.
Which was really cool.
So where can people see it? Is it available to view?
It'll be available after I show it at the festival. At Bentonville.
Okay.
But hopefully, we'll get picked up by other festivals. But it will be available on my website pretty soon. So it's Unspoken Productions.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And as always, make sure you check that out. But if you can't see her on the website, if you're not ready to see the video yet, you can also see her again on Orange is the New Black. So I got to talk about your character. She is so feisty. Now to meet you in person. Ego. No, she seems like you. I mean, a little bit. To an extent.
Yes. Season 1, I had 2 lines. Second episode.
Wait.
I fought Tasty for that King Cone.
That's right! Oh my God!
I've been there since day one. This was great. I became series regular after season 3. That's why you saw a little bit more of my character.
Okay, so how did that happen? Why did they, I'm sure...
It was Survivor in there, honey. They didn't know who they were going to pick, and they were just seeing the chemistry with people. And, they saw things weren't working out, but then they started to pair people up because of, they watched behind the scenes, and that's why I think it's so authentic. Yes. Because the friendship is genuine, and then they paired me up, with Diane, which happened so fast.
Floritza.
Yeah, Floritza, and I made up that hashtag.
Did you?
Hashtag Floritza.
Girl, you're just creative all around.
Well, it's just funny how they picked it up and all this. It's crazy, and I just feel like that's why it's so personal, this show, because it was. I felt like it validated me as an actress because I started with 2 lines, and slowly but surely my character grew, and I was series regular season 4. And
that doesn't normally happen on any set, right? So that makes it even more special.
I was working as a waitress
Where?
At Lavo and One Oak. Yeah, I got fired.
Oh my God, you're so New York.
They're my friends.
I don't care. She's so New York, Hollywood, LA, wherever she's going, she's so New York.
Yeah, for sure. So I worked at Lavo. I got fired. Then I had to go to One Oak, and I asked them if I could get that day where season 3 premiere was happening, and they were like, "What's more important to you?" your Broadway show or your job? And I'm like, I'm going to go with Broadway, but it's on Netflix.
Hello, so pretentious.
Yeah.
What do you think she's gonna do?
But now they give me drinks when I go there, so it's all good.
That's dope. But like, it shows like your progression, but also as an actress. I mean, coming out of New York City, you just don't know what your options are.
And you know what's so crazy is that I moved to LA when I was 15 to make it as a singer and an actress. I had a terrible car accident,
Yes.
Melly 16 shows my story and my Vit music. But then I moved back to New York, and that's when it started all happening for me again. When I worked at Lavo, I met a girl that inspired Flaca, Karina. She gonna kill me. And then this other girl, Vanessa Jova, who had a manager who gave me her connection to audition for Orange, and I was just I gave up on acting because I wasn't getting roles because of my look. I was getting gangster's girlfriend, rape victim, all these things, victim. But then I saw this. It looked interesting, and it's about prison, but it was deeper than that. And I went in raw with no makeup, and I remembered my accident and how Melly told me I was beautiful without anything. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna. Can I say that? I'm so sorry.
You can.
I'm gonna go in and give it my all. And it was 2 lines. And Jen Houston, who, casted the whole Orange is the New Black, was into it. And I was like, thank you. And then 2 weeks later, I got the call.
And were you expecting it all? Or
No.
was it just one of those things like, here's another audition, let me just go and do what I can?
Yeah. It was like the first time getting back in after 6 years of quitting and just focusing on music.
That was all God, girl.
Yeah, it is God. And God brought me to where I'm at today. And I can't really talk about it, but I signed bad contracts for music throughout the years while I was on Orange, and I couldn't really make music. And then this is my first year free, and I wrote my album with FIFA, and I'm ready.
Let's talk about the album since we're there. What can we expect from it? Because I'm sure we haven't heard music from Jackie Cruz
In a long time. My EP, my first EP was out in 2010. And it was like me trying to find myself, people trying to tell me what I needed to sound like. And I'm like, no, that's not what I want. Like, and no one got me. And I wanted to do bilingual for a long time. I've worked with a lot of producers, Alcovid and Ecstasy. They work with Don Omar, you know what I mean?
Yes,
but again, they were just doing something in Spanish. And I'm like, no, that's still not what I want. And again, like, I just wanted to mix, my American with my Spanish. And it was really hard to find a producer who understood that. So I stopped chasing people, and I started to work with people who really wanted to work with me. And I met this writer who writes in Spanish, and he helped me, with my wordplay, but I wrote it. But it was great. Like, he understood. He listened to every single song that I, loved growing up, and we just created this vibe. And it's a mood. My album is a mood, and it'll make you feel things, and that's it.
And when I heard the Melly, that is a mood.
Yeah.
And the tone of it, but also what you were saying, I only heard a snippet of it.
Oh, yeah.
But just even hearing the snippet, I was kind of transcended into that moment in time when that car accident happened.
Yeah, I wanted it to feel real.
And for the viewers and the listeners out there, like, what that car accident, from what I read, Jackie was near fatal.
Yeah.
I
was in a coma. I was in for 72 hours. My mother had to
So what happened though? Like, you were
I was moved out when I was 16. I was a rebel, We were living in like people's couches because we didn't have a home at the time.
Yeah.
And then like living out of the car, and it wasn't, it was stupid, and we were on our way to a Wango Tango concert, and she was racing the guy next to us, and she lost control of the wheel, and it flipped 3 times. I was not wearing my seatbelt, and I went through the window.
Oh my gosh.
So 20 feet away from the car. I was saved by a guy on a bicycle that was rushed to, Los Robles Hospital, and I was rushed for, brain surgery. They had to shave my head right away and, go in there. And I have a titanium plate holding me together. And no, I don't go off in the airport. But, these screws, my mom thinks they're loose half the time, but I'm good, and I'm blessed. And And, you know, I was ashamed to tell my story because I don't want people to think I'm a victim. But after I started
That's
to
like
share
a complex, though, no?
Yeah.
Because I guess your whole life you felt like you always had to be the victim, right? And these roles and all that stuff. So it circles back to all that.
Yeah.
And you sharing your story, I believe, is brave. And it shows the women out there who's been through trauma or even near fatal accidents.
Everyone has a story. And I feel like it helped people and it inspired. And, you know, I dedicated the song to Melly because she was a girl in the hospital that I met who was brave enough. The doctor said, hey, would you talk to this young girl who doesn't want to live anymore? And that was me, you know. And she was 10 years old. And she came in and she was like, you had brain surgery too, huh? And I was like, yeah. She's like, you're so pretty. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you. You know what I mean? I'm so stupid. But like, that meant the world to me at a time where I felt so ugly inside and out. And she made me change the way I thought. And I became like a volunteer at the hospital, you know, because they felt connected to me because I wasn't a doctor. You know, I was like them. And I was the oldest one there, you know, because it was like a kid's thing, you know, and she was 10. There was this other girl, Mimi, who was 6 years old. And those were my two little babies. I would paint their nails and everything. And I had a little party. And when I got out, I was 18. You know, and then I went back to the DR and I got better. And she, you know, I went.
So the
back,
recovery was quick.
Quick. It was quick. It was a blessing. And I came back when I was 18 to Hollywood, you know, with my little mullet hair because I was like, don't touch me. My hair needs to grow out. I thought hair was so important. And now I have no hair again because it's not. And the older I got, you know, I grew it all out again, you know, when I became Flaca. And slowly throughout the years, I started to cut it, you know, because Hollywood wanted me with the long hair and my mother and my family. And then I'm like, that's still not me. So this is me right now. Like, you know what I mean? This is my hairstyle. This is my style.
This is you.
My music. And it's all because of Orange. They gave me the confidence and Melly gave me the confidence. And now like, you know, I did a TED Talk at the beginning of Orange, and if I go back to that, I want to do another one because I feel so different since that moment, you know?
You grew up on the show, essentially, right?
On the show,
That's what it is. You came into your own, I mean, not even of age, of who you are as a person.
Exactly.
Spiritually grown or just...
And confident, and that's something, like, if you watch, I was in Hot 97 maybe with Ebro, like maybe 4 or 5 years back. If you see that, you'll see me not talk.
Totally different person.
Yes, because
totally
I'm shy. Like, it was weird because I'm still shy.
How is that when you're an actress, though? Don't you have to be open and brazen?
That's the
you know what I mean?
thing that I'm acting like someone else. It's not me. That's
so it makes it easier.
Right. And now I'm comfortable with being me.
And we love it. We love you as Jackie. You know, I'm sure the album's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to hear it.
The new season, I'm sure it's going to be incredible.
It's a heartbreaker. And also, listen to this, how art imitates life. I was doing the YouTube channel about beauty, and I got an amazing...
Deal Kat Von D.
Yeah, global campaign.
I am wearing her eyeliner right now, so she is amazing. Yeah, congratulations. We love you, Kat.
Yes, she's such a dope, person. She opened that chair for me, you know? So, like, I want to do that too, you know? And just continue, like, leaders are supposed to lead and also show you how to lead. And that's what I want to continue, you know?
You're feeling me. You're making me so motivated right now. I'm a motivational person, but you're just another level, honestly. Your story, Jackie, your talent, all of that. And so I don't want you to ever feel like you got to question yourself. I feel like you're at a point now where you finally feel like you're in your own skin. Yeah. You're doing your thing.
And everything's so organic that's happening.
That's how you know
it's
meant
independent. And then slowly the right people are coming into my circle.
That's right.
Because I did have to cut a lot of people out. It's so funny, when success happens to you, people change around you too. And it's not that I'm on a high horse or anything. It's just that, it's weird.
Were people being more demanding of you,
people
expecting
were, like,
things?
Used. I felt used in a lot of ways about, like, my own friend that's almost like family to me. Like, I had to cut a lot of people out. And now the people that are in my circle are mostly, like, my brother, you know what I mean? And my band, the Family Portrait. And, like, I trust them. And it's really hard to, like, trust people, even the people that were close to you for years.
And some people, like, want fame and don't understand that comes with the territory sometimes.
Yeah, and I'm not doing doing this because of fame, but I know that like the fame helps me get roles and also, you know, my music.
Yeah. Well, people are also tempted by it, I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for you, for instance, someone who's famous now and doing her thing, and now other people want to kind of trickle onto that and get their opportunities out of you. Right. When you're really just looking for someone to have your back and just be a good friend and just be there for you.
Man, I
feel you, trust me. I know.
Like a few times, like people that are like this. Wow. Like it's crazy. But you know what? It's okay. God works in mysterious ways, and he does, you know, my revenge for me, I guess.
Yes, he is. In a good way.
In a good way, because it's just through success. That's my revenge.
That's right. Successful she is. Orange is the New Black, final season. Do we have an air date?
No, they haven't told me yet, but you know, it's around the summer, the same time.
Summertime. So before we wrap this up, I gotta talk about it, because last season just left me like, ugh.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what last season was 6. Okay.
Jackie, no.
I'm sorry.
I
just finished filming 7, so it's like that's in my head right now. So
as
the
a
ending
viewer,
of 6, what was the ending of?
So it was what I love about Orange is you guys take whatever's happening outside in the world and bring it into the storyline. So there was things about the ICE and a detention center.
That's happening now, you know, that's what she does.
And the ending was powerful, where they had the girls separated in the lines by race. And I could talk about that a little bit. How much does the show reflect the actual prison system in America?
It's pretty, yeah. You feel things because it's legit. You know what I mean? Like, I know it for a fact. You know, I really don't talk about this very often, but you know, my family has been there, and I'm a person that comes. You know, it's very close to me, which is crazy how life is. You know, and those moments were so real to me because I am of Latin descent. You know, and yeah. You know, I've had family deported as well. I've had, you know, people in prison very close to me. And it felt so real this last season and this season. Like, again, like, it's just when we're in that, it's so hard to go home and take off that, you know, suit, you know, because it's so real, you know, at my home and at work. It was just really difficult. But I love that Genji, you know, makes something negative and kind of turns it into a positive, maybe by showing you who the people are. Right. You know, instead of you judging them, you know, like, it's so easy to go into the prison and stay in that world. Like, literally 70% restrictions when you get out of prison, which is insane. I did something with Carmen Perez as a partner, you know, of mine and also my mentor. We're going to start our own organization. But I do feel like we don't have that Latin voice out there. So we want to, you know, bring the unity into all walks of life of, you know, Latinos. But her husband, Jay, he does this organization called Time Done, and we did a concert for him. And, you know, he was in prison, and he can't even, like, go volunteer to be a parent in his, like, school because he was in prison. There's 70% restrictions. It's like, how do you want us to get back in society when you keep us not able to work? You know?
Not get opportunities.
Where are the
to show
opportunities?
yourself.
So it's like when your time is done, it should be done. And that's why we end up back in prison. You know what I mean? Because we need to survive. And maybe you're not giving us the right job, so maybe we have to do some illegal shit. You know what I mean?
To make it happen.
You know what I mean? To survive.
No, it makes sense.
It's so terrible.
I never thought of it from that perspective before. That's right. And I didn't know that. I mean, to an extent, I mean, people have it on their records that they've been in jail, but I didn't know that it was stopping people from even doing things like volunteering at a school or with...
You can't even be a bingo caller.
No.
Ridiculous restrictions.
Wow.
It's crazy, and I didn't know either, but I learned.
But is it based on the level of the crime you did, or just overall in general?
I feel like it depends on the state you're in,
Gotcha.
Of course.
Okay.
But I'm talking about California, too. Like, there's just so many restrictions and things I didn't know about until, you know, I started working with Carmen and Jay Jordan, and they're married. Oh, my God, and they have a baby called Justice. Well, that's the nickname, Baby Justice. But it's just amazing that I became someone that I never knew I was going to be. Like, what the hell? I'm an activist now. Like most of us are on the show. Like we learned things that we didn't know about the system, and like we showed the world while we learned about it too. And it's so powerful, just making history on that end too. You know, showing the world a different side of things. And I have so many stories to tell, and I'm excited to, you know, have my production company and, you know, network now. I get to be in these rooms with, like, you know, I did a panel for Bloomberg, and there were like all these corporations listening to me, and I got 50 cards. So like funding is on the way.
Yay, we love funding.
Yeah.
But did you surround yourself with women that were incarcerated as you guys were in this role? Okay.
I worked a lot with the Women's Prison Association, and I did concerts for them every season. You know, I performed. They believed in my music too. And then I did a second chance campaign because I had a second chance through my accident, and then they had a second chance in life after prison. You know, they have a home where they come in, they give them clothes, they get them a job, they help them get their kids back. Just a beautiful situation, and I love that I was a part of that. And I heard their stories. You could go to prison for anything. This girl went to prison because she threw a rock back because she was getting beat up by two girls, and it was like what was her charge was like endangerment or something, because it was like
But even when you're defending yourself?
Yeah, because it was a rock.
Wow.
Yeah, because she used something.
How long was she in jail for?
I don't know.
If you say more than like
the details, but that's why she ended up in jail. She was protecting herself.
Unbelievable.
She was gang, like, you know what I mean? Like beat up, and she threw a rock back, and it was like dangerous or something. She went. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So ridiculous. Like, I'm lucky I didn't end up in prison, like, for real. But now I think I'll be okay because they love us on the show. And I know what to do.
Yes. I mean, I think Flaca would be in jail doing her thing and making sure she gets around okay.
Yeah.
But that's what's so beautiful about your show. Like, again, I don't think you guys understand how much it's affected women out here. Not even just women in the prison system, women in general.
Yeah.
People from all different parts of walks of
I'm
life
telling
and
you,
different backgrounds, different stories.
A lot,
it's
like
just
fans.
gorgeous.
I have like all types of fans. Like, it's crazy. Like, you know, the rich white lady, and then, you know,
the hood chick.
Yes, and they're all my homies.
Yeah.
Like, that's the kind of artist I want to be too. Like,
Yes.
the tangible artist, the one that you feel that like she's your homegirl, and I could do the same thing she's doing because I'm just like you. You know what I mean? I want you to feel that.
That's what I'm feeling right now.
Good.
I love the vibe.
Yes.
Feel that's my homie up the block. Let's go kick it with Jackie.
Exactly.
Jackie and Jen show. I mean, we should figure something
Listen,
out.
if you need a co-host, that was season 6.
Hey, I mean, she's already doing a million things, so I don't expect any less from you. But
You're
Jackie,
amazing.
we love you.
Thank you.
Orange is the New Black final season this summer. We don't have an air date yet.
No.
And is it an album or an EP?
No, it's an album. Woo! It'll be out this late April
yes,
or early May or late April.
Do we have a name?
Yes, I can tell you all about that.
Let's talk
it's
about
called Hija de Chavez.
And what does that mean?
So you don't know, but my real legal name is Jackie Chavez.
Oh.
So I changed my name a lot of times in Hollywood. I was Italian, you know, to make it. It was DeSantis.
That's whack. Like, that's hard.
Yes.
Sucks being an actress. You
Yes.
just gotta change who you are.
Yes, so I decided to go.
It really
Cruz
is.
is deep, is like De La Cruz. It's deep in my family, but
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Do actors or casting directors tend to go towards people who have a similar last name or like familiar last name or
I don't know. I didn't know what
or race
worked.
or what it is?
Yeah, I didn't know what worked.
Okay.
So I don't know Chavez. It was something that, like, you know, I didn't grow up with my dad, and
Yes.
I didn't really know I don't know. I don't want to talk bad about anybody, but me and him weren't close, so I wanted to find my own persona, so that I chose Cruz, whatever. But it's Hija de Chavez, you know. I have a song dedicated, you know, to my father, you know. It's very personal, you know. But
Can you talk about it?
yeah,
Are you
it's just
open
like,
to
you
it?
know, we
What's it
weren't
about?
together and we fight a lot. And like, I met him at 23, you know, and he had another family, and I was always jealous of that, but he has a beautiful other daughter. Her name is Amanda. And, you know, we're not that close, but we text each other and we love each other. And she also sings and she loves makeup. So she'll be getting some Kat Von D.
Hello.
But I don't know. It's just, very personal song, but it's not going to make you cry or anything. It's going to make you want to dance, but it's going to be like deep, And then I named all of the songs after the woman who raised me. So that's why Melly 16, she inspired me. So I have a song called Madeline, Lucia, Modesta, Diana.
And is it about that person in that song?
It's kind of about... Each song is kind of something that reminded me of them. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like maybe it was their love life, or I don't know. The intro to my song is Diana, and it's called "Make Me Change," and she wanted me to be this person, and I'm not. I'm who I am. So, but it's still a beautiful song.
And did you write all the songs, or
yes,
did you work
I did,
with a co-writer?
And I had a co-writer, but they're my ideas, my vision. But the reason I did is because I needed a little help on my Spanish side.
Okay.
So I was really lucky to meet FIFA, who is an artist, and he introduced me to some producers. But I got some dope. Can I say ass?
You can say ass. Jackie, you can say whatever you want, girl.
I have some
Go
dope
ahead.
ass producers like Andre Harris. He produced Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston. Like I go in there and I see all these like Usher, Justin Bieber. I'm like, oh my God. So I was a little shy with Andre, and then I met FIFA, and FIFA kind of made me feel more confident outside the mic, and I had to re-sing all the songs I did with Andre. And he's like, damn, Jackie, what the hell? He's like, why are you shy? It's just me, and me and him are homies, and I love him. So I have Andre, I have Sean Wasabi, who produced Melly 16 with Bravo, who's an up-and-coming producer. Sean, I don't know if he's Filipino or not, but he invented this machine, and he's just a genius. So I'm happy that he put his little touch on Melly 16. And then so it's Andre, Sean, Bravo, and FIFA.
Are you nervous coming into the music world? I mean, people have heard you touch it here and there, but now you're coming out as a full-blown artist.
Yeah, I am.
In this atmosphere now, it's either you're hot or you're not.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing that I know I'm going to bring into the music is real. So right now, what I'm listening to is, I don't really listen to the music because I don't want to get, the wrong thing in my head.
Right.
But so far, besides some certain artists, I just don't feel that there's a lot of real, authentic music out there right now.
Not lying, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, so I feel that people will understand me and feel me because they know it's coming from me and it's real. And authentic. And, you feel me right now. So when people, when my album's out and I have interviews, like, people are going to get to know the real me. They don't know me yet.
Yeah.
So I think, after I found out that being myself, was okay, I just started to be myself and everything just started to work. And the universe is helping me get there. And, yeah.
It's real.
Yeah.
Universe talk is so real.
Yeah.
Once you open up yourself to the possibilities and really know who you are as a person, that's when it becomes so easy.
Yeah, because, I had so many label meetings and they're like, what's your vision? What's your this? What's your that? And I couldn't answer that at the time. But now I can.
Because you're
Yeah,
Jackie
and you know how
Cruz?
people are like, I'm ready. I was born ready. I was not born ready. And it took me a long time to get here. And and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm ready now.
She's ready, y'all. And when that single is ready, you make sure you come back to Hot 97.
Please.
Jackie, I love you.
Thank you.
Love your outfit. Love you who
too,
you are as a
girl.
person.
And your energy is so dope. Thank you for
too.
letting me be myself.
Of course. We want you to always be yourself. Please make sure you do that. Again, Orange is the New Black this summer. New album dropping in May. You said?
Yes.
Mayish?
Yes.
Okay, we'll get a final date.
Final date. I'll let you know.
I'll hound Jackie for that.
Can I say one more thing?
Do you?
Sebastian Sigi, he's the one who creative directed my whole vision for my music videos. So I got women director, Parker Hill.
Clap all around.
Yes, and Sebastian, he did my video Como la Flor back in the day when I gave Selena an honor of 20 years of her death, and her family actually loved it, and they flew me out to her festival, and I got to sing with Los Dinos.
The original Los Dinos.
The original. Her brother, her sister she'd never played.
I love Selena.
7 years she hasn't played the drums, and she got and played the drums with me, and her son never saw her play. So he was crying,
I'm getting
and
goosebumps.
her fans were screaming out Flaca. I was like, oh my God, so I cried on stage, but I don't even know if I sang well because I was crying so much, but her father saw me. It was just the most beautiful thing I could experience.
It's magical.
It felt like she was there.
It felt magical. She was watching.
Yeah.
Wow. Is the music video going to drop along with each single at the same time, or how do you have that set up?
So, I don't know. I go with the flow, and I sign myself. But, like, I'm waiting for, someone to help me, understand, like, the business a little bit. And, like, releasing my album independently, is hard. So I was hoping to get maybe a partner to help me distribute it before I released it. So
Gotcha.
I'm not sure, but I feel like I met someone who's going to help me with that connection.
Yes.
But we'll see. But when the album is out, I have 1 year worth of visuals.
I want to see that.
That I did last year while working on Orange. So
Beautiful.
I haven't slept for like 2 years.
And she's not going to stop sleeping because she's going to keep working in between all these deals and the show and your music. Sky's the limit for you, Jackie.
Thank you so much.
And again, I mean, I've been saying this all hour, but honestly, like you're just dope.
Thank you.
And your creativity is out the wazoo. You could just tell, and the organizations you're lining yourself up with, like it's gonna make
Carmen,
a difference.
I was so blessed. And it's crazy. We have a connection. I remind her of her sister. Like I look like her, and she was in a terrible car accident, and she didn't make it. And Carmen and I have like a deep, deep, deep connection. And I feel, I don't want to cry about it, but I feel so blessed to have her in my life.
I'm sure we all wish we could have somebody like that.
Why am I crying?
No, okay, let's make it fun and change it up a little bit.
I got hot.
So Jackie, this is the part of the show. I'm gonna get you all flustered.
Yes, I'm good. This
liner. unless you do want to talk about what she's done for you. I mean,
she opened the door to like, all that, goodness in life and how to use my platform to fight for what is right. I walked the Women's March with her. Like, I felt like we made history by just that too. You know what I mean? And I don't know. She's the one who helped me open up about like what I believed in too and what to fight for. So yeah, you know what I mean?
She's your warrior. She's the girl you look to for inspiration. Well, you're a warrior too with all the things you've been through. Going from New York, your accident, near-death accident, to now being a superstar.
Thank you.
It's just, it's something to be, proud of. And also people out there, the women out there, that you too can do it. Because that's what it's all about.
Exactly. I want to represent that.
You are. You're going to make me cry. I can't stop. I can't look at you.
No
when
more
I see
crying.
people cry, I start crying.
No, I know. It's a thing like yawning.
Jackie, so this is the part of the show where I ask people, our guests, random questions.
Okay.
It could be about anything.
All right.
So just be prepared, okay?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. What's the most awkward experience you've had on set so far?
Making out with Diane after drinking coffee.
Wait, how did that happen?
I'm a coffeeholic. As you can see. She's like, Jackie, can you please not drink coffee today? And I'm like drinking coffee in front of her. I'm sorry, but I'm tired. And then I would pop in a mint or whatever. But like that's was funny. But it was actually my favorite part too.
Oh, was it?
Because it was like the first time like Diane and I got to show a little vulnerability for our characters.
Mm-hmm. Aren't you guys good friends off set too?
Yeah. We're cool. You know what I mean? Like our life separated us, because, I can't. Season 6, we know she wasn't, on there. So she was doing other things. But of course, we're friends. I mean, she supports my music too, and I support whatever she's doing.
And how awkward is that for an actress to have cameras all up in your face when you're having like a makeout session or like a lovemaking session?
Yeah, no, it was really cool because it was a woman director.
Oh, so you good.
Yeah, she was so cool. And it's not like I did do a video once and the guy's like, and now kiss. It's like I started cracking up. I'm like, really? But wait till you see. I have a dope video for my intro in my album that Madeline Brewer. Oh, I lost something. Maddie Brewer? She is in Handmaid's Tale now, but she played Trisha on Orange Is the New Black.
Okay.
So we have a cute little moment in one of my videos.
I can't wait to see.
We're in a bathtub.
Ooh, sexy.
I don't know if you bathe with your friends, but I kind of do.
Do you really?
I
don't think people do that too often.
Really? Diane and I love going in the bath together. it's not like we're doing sexual things. We just like
chilling and just
we put a
taking in
face
the
mask
Epsom
on
salts.
and like
Actually, yeah,
it's just whatever. It's
that's
a girl
fun.
thing.
Well, I live in a small apartment in Brooklyn, so we ain't got
There's
no
no
tubs.
bath.
You can't fit
No,
nobody
it's
in
like
there.
when
Girl,
Orange is the
yeah,
new black pays for our hotel.
Okay. Name 3 songs that would be on the soundtrack about your life.
Fast Car, Tracy Chapman, Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You, and Selena, Como la Flor.
Love it. Do you have any secret talents?
I play the saxophone.
Do you?
For
I'm not
10
surprised.
years.
What don't you do?
I was in a jazz band.
Oh my God.
That's how I got into Hamilton High School. It was a music academy.
Wow.
But then, that's where I did acting and singing, but I was the nerd alert in the marching band.
No, that's so dope.
It was so embarrassing. And then I was like, the boys aren't looking at me. So I'm just going to like quit the sax. And then I joined the dance team.
Oh, because you want to bring out that feminine side a little bit. Can you still pick up a sax to this day and play?
You know what? I'm going to pick it up maybe for the second album. Because yes, I want to go back to it. I want to surprise people.
Yes, that surprised me.
Yeah.
It's not every day you find a girl that plays a saxophone.
That's the thing. I used to listen to Candy. Back in the day, she was my girl, and Kenny G.
Kenny G. I mean, listen, we all low key listen to Kenny G.
Yes, you see.
His music is very melodic and a good
Kenny
vibe.
G.
Okay, we need to get you on a sax, girl.
Yes, I will go back to it, and I'll come here and play it.
Yes, please get that on camera, guys. When did you screw everything up, but no one ever found out it was you?
Oh my God.
And like
oh my God. Oh my God. I'm going to tell you a funny story that I've been holding for a long time because it's too embarrassing, but I don't care anymore. So I used to work at Victoria's Secret.
Oh God.
They're going to know now.
Oh God.
So
I don't know where this is going, but okay.
She knows.
Oh.
So I'm not going to tell too specific.
What, did you steal bras? No. What did you, okay.
So you're supposed to tell the people when you're going to the bathroom.
I don't know if I'm ready for this.
I clogged the toilet. I had my period. Okay, the toilet was not working very well. I'm sorry, it's too much information. But I clogged the toilet and the freaking thing was overflowing. And I was like trying to fix it and I couldn't. So I left, right? And I put my little earpiece on and I was selling panties, whatever. Literally selling panties. Which is hilarious because Orange, I sell panties too. Anyways. So I'm selling, and then they're like, in the radio, they're like, you have to come back here. Somebody clog the bathroom. It's overflowing. So listen to this.
Were you in charge of the bathroom or something? No, okay.
No. But they're like, we had to help clean up the mess. And I was like, oh, I'll help clean. I felt
knowing
guilty.
it's you.
Right.
Girl.
So I felt so guilty throughout, working there. But this is what's the funny part is. People started, security came up, started taking pictures of the clogged toilet. And then
Why did it get so serious like
Reebok,
that?
because Reebok underneath got overflowed. I ruined the ceiling of Reebok.
Jackie.
So I had to quit.
Oh my God.
Because I was like, they know it was me.
But they didn't know it was you.
I don't know because they never told me it was me, but I always had that thing at work where like, fuck, they probably know I clogged the toilet. And I was there cleaning, because I felt guilty.
Girl.
I was like, who did this? You know what I mean?
Throwing in your acting skills way early.
Yeah, but anyways, now Victoria, it was me.
Oh my God, I can just imagine what that looked like.
It was just,
girl.
they were upstairs taking picture of the clogged toilet.
That wasn't necessary. Like, why you gotta do that?
For security purposes, for insurance purposes.
I can't. You heard it here first. Weekend at Jenny's, Next Generation.
That's
Jackie,
too funny.
honest, hysterical.
Yeah,
I
I
hope
was
that
so
never.
embarrassed about that.
Actually, that kind of happened to me, but I didn't get clogged.
You see?
I'm not gonna get into it. This is about Jackie. That's not about Jackie. What's the body part that you wouldn't mind losing? I know it sounds so weird.
Tetas.
Why?
Seriously, it's too much.
No, it looks good.
These are from
girl.
my grandmother.
I wish I had.
And
right now.
if they just keep growing as I get older, and my back hurts, that's why I'm always like this. Because I have a small back, so I'm a 32 triple D, and this one's like a different letter. The left one.
Really? Women pay for that. You gotta own it
but
and love it.
I know I don't want to be that girl, but it's just too heavy for me.
No, medical reasons.
Yeah, no, my
that
back
makes
hurts. Like, and if I could just wear those tops, where I could like all the way down here and just be free to just You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I can't. I'm always like this. And then
Would you
I
ever get a
feel
breast
like
reduction?
Orange is the New Black didn't really show my boobs because it would be porn. You know what I mean? Like they show those TV titties.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yes,
like
I get it.
Tasty says.
Right.
But I don't have TV
Yes, I
titties.
love
I have
Tasty.
porn titties.
It's not a bad thing. You know, people kill for that.
Yeah, well,
would you ever
I
get
will reduce it after I
Okay.
show them. Give me
You
a
heard
mil
it here
per
first
nip.
again. Jackie, you too much, but I love it. Woo!
$1 million per nipple. It works like that. I'm not kidding you. When I'm that Angelina Jolie status, it's $1 million per nip.
Get out of here. They pay you to do
Oh,
that?
I'm sure they do. I mean, I don't know, but maybe Halle Berry got paid very well to
In
show.
Swordfish, she did that,
There,
didn't she?
you see?
That's right. Mhm. I'm sure.
So I'm waiting to show them, and then I'll get the rejection.
Smart girl. That's the hustler in her. Do you have any shows that you're currently binge watching, obsessed over?
You know what? I definitely watched Natasha Lyonne's show, which is Russian Doll.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's on Netflix, yeah.
It was very good. I know. I love Netflix. They do shows in the countries, you know, with the people from the country, and you can't go wrong, you know. And you get to like have a little sneak peek of how it is to live in that country, which is dope.
Yeah, because people don't get to see that.
No, I love what Netflix is doing, and hopefully one day I could sell them a show. I have an idea.
I'm sure it'd be easy.
Yeah,
But we
Ted-
love Netflix.
Ted is my friend.
And I remember Netflix when it was the beginning. Like you literally had to mail in what you wanted to see,
yeah.
and they would mail it back to you on
Right.
DVD.
Yes.
And so it was like a rental service. So I was down with
it
Netflix
was like
from the jump.
after Blockbuster, right?
Yeah,
Then Netflix happened,
and it was so new because everyone's like, "What is this?" Sending in CDs to watch, and I mean DVDs to watch.
They're the
and
ones
sending
who
it.
I think
They
ruined
started.
Blockbuster.
Oh.
Remember when we
Hello?
used to go in
Yes,
and
and
rent?
rent.
It was a Friday night. We'd go in and
Yep.
look for movies.
That's right.
DVDs.
We're aging ourselves here, Jackie.
Oh my
No, it's okay.
goodness.
Last question. You ready?
Yes.
And I want to hear this because I'm excited to see what you would say.
Okay.
Pick one superpower and why.
Invisible.
Invisible.
Invisible. I want to be invisible in a room and hear everything you're saying. Because this world is so, crazy. I would like to be in a room, maybe in the White House, maybe, somewhere. And I feel like it would be really cool to have that power. Also, to change, I don't know, situations.
You can.
Because you know a lot of secrets.
That's
What
why
would
we
be
love-
yours?
Me? I'd like to teleport or something like that. That'd be
Good
dope.
one, because you could just travel.
In and out. Even if you're trying to do some, a heist or something in a bank, in and out.
I'll just go
travel.
invisible on a jet.
Yes, lady.
Yeah, with J Balvin or something. He's always on jets.
Yes, you will. I see that happening and a collabo coming.
Yeah.
So?
I told him the first time I met him, it was before he was like crazy, but I already was watching him, and I was
Yeah.
like, me and you are going to do a song together. He's like, yeah. I think that'll come when it's time. I love Rosalia, though. She's dope, too. I don't know if you know who she is. She's a Spanish artist. Her song that blew up was Malamente.
Malamente.
Malamente. She does this, like, Spanish thing, which is so cute.
Love it. But we're looking forward more to your music.
Thank you,
I'm
but
gonna
that's
be real.
the kind of music that I feel right now that I feel and I see her and I feel like she's authentic, and that's the vibe that I want to go out there. It's not that vibe, but it's my own. That's the artist that I feel that's out there that could like gel with me or like what I'm trying to do.
And you soon come too. Jackie
Yeah.
Cruz, everybody. Hot
you.
97 weekend at Jenny's Next Generation. We love you. One more thing.
Ooh, a lot of more things. I'll be
Lots
here all
of more
day.
things. Can you give advice to anybody that's up and coming out there that's trying to do what you're doing as an
Absolutely.
actress?
To be honest with you, like I told you, I worked in the club at Lavo season 1 and 2. If you have this passion in your heart and soul, trust me, that is what you're meant to do. Never put a timeline on your dream. It could happen like now, in your 30s, in your 40s. Ava DuVernay didn't pick up a camera till she was 32. So I'm telling you, like, just follow your dream and do what you want. do what makes you happy, because you will get it. I don't know how. Like yesterday I did a show about Insta chefs, and I met this woman, Chef Nicole, and she started doing pizzas because her sister had cancer, and she wanted to do something with her, and the pizza was so good that people started to like it. So she made a frozen pizza called Last Dragon Pizza, and she's starting to sell pizza from her own home still. Amazing. Frozen all over the world. And it took her 2 years to like really get it, but she got it, and she went bankrupt, and now she, not bankrupt, but she used all her savings, and now she's getting there, and that's just going to continue to grow. If that doesn't show you that you can make it, like in any task, you know what I mean? Just really put all your eggs in your dream, you know, and just go out there and do it.
Mic drop. Jackie Cruz, give it up.